Yep.
I just printed off the unit map. I was freaking out this morning going, oh my gosh, I didn't have a map for the unit. So we printed off our unit map, we got everything loaded, and we're off. And so we're gonna have a great time. We have every detail covered, and stay with us. We're leaving Spearfish right now to the airport. So we'll keep you posted as we go along the way. And another Rolling Bones adventure, here we go.
First flight went good. Got 2, 3, 4 more to go.
Hey, how old are you, Russell?
21.
No, tell me the truth.
42.
And was that your first plane flight?
That was.
How was it?
Not bad.
And where'd you sit?
Front row.
Yeah, that would be first class.
Our connections for Anchorage are a little bit tight. We just sprinted, and I was in the lead by quite a ways, but
That's not true.
but we made it. We cruised. We were flying through the Denver International Airport. We made it to our seat, and we have a cozy 6-hour flight to Anchorage.
We're heading to Bethel. It's Saturday morning, the 21st. We will be hunting tomorrow, so we'll have 9 days hunting, right? 9 days hunting. So we're looking forward to seeing what comes of today. I'm a little nervous about all the plane rides, getting all this gear on the plane to Bethel, and then taking Grand Air. So stay with us. More Rollin' Bones TV.
We're at Grant Airlines. We're on our final leg of our journey. It's been about a day and a half getting here so far, and the people have been fantastic.
We just were told downstairs that there's just an abundance of moose on the Yukon, and since I've been a little guy, I've been dreaming of going to the Yukon, and we're going to the mouth of the Yukon where it comes out the Bering Sea up 85 miles. We're gonna float back for 9 days of moose hunting and wolf hunting and anything else. We have wolf tags, black bear tags, moose tags. Stay with us. We'll bring all the action as it comes to us to you. Thanks.
Rolling Bones Outfitters, a company created by hunters for hunters. Let us help you find your next outdoor adventure. Contact us at Rolling Bones Outfitters. We match the hunter to the hunt. Welcome back.
Okay, we're just getting back from the range, and you're watching the show, and we are excited to be in Alaska. The unique thing about this trip, where we went, we had to get to Alaskan. We have some great friends, Arthur Aguirre, a friend of mine that I met with Robert Geller, a great Rollin' Bones partner. We got in late that evening, so we traveled up the Yukon in the dark a lot of the night. So we checked out the map, and now we're on our way, and the next morning we got up and we're off right away hunting. And so as you can see, we went from civilization to less civilization to no civilization to getting up in the morning. We didn't even know where we were, and immediately we saw a moose. We have a moose right over the corner here. We're just gonna go up there and see what it is. Take a quick look. Slipped up this cut bank. We're up a channel off, like they call them sloughs, off of the Yukon River here, about 80 miles up from Alaskan, and we've seen a lot of moose and a lot of moose sign. One thing that was interesting about hunting these moose in Alaska was we were in and out of the boat. We would get out of the boat, we'd crawl up, we'd look for open meadows, and in those meadows we were hoping to have a cow and a calf and a bull on that. It was the rut right now, and so we would crawl up out of there and we would grunt and we would cow call, and then we would sit and listen and wait and grunt and cow call and wait and listen. And so for me it was a lot like predator hunting, because I got to jump in and out and try to interact with these animals. And when we would call them in, it was real interesting to watch them react to it or respond to the call. Normally when we're on a hunting trip like this, we would like to get more footage before we whack a 60-inch bull. We're day 2, and we call first day, see a couple cows, and we're excited. We saw a young bull, and then boom, this one shows up. And we're like, holy smokes, we haven't had a lot of footage. It was happening so fast. And all we could see is Russell and I spotted him at the same time. You saw these two big black, and there's eagles in these trees everywhere, and crows. And so we're thinking that it's just, I thought it was just two big blackbirds or eagles or, you know, ravens sitting in, you know, on a low branch in a tree. And then when it moved this way and it moved that way, I know Russell and I saw it at the same time. We were both like, you gotta be kidding me. And he starts lumbering down this, the bank of that creek we were on, posturing us. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening fast. So part of me says we should have a little bit more footage for you on this show, but it just happened that fast. That's why it's hunting. You never know when it's gonna happen, but you gotta be ready. And we were ready, and Russell absolutely, without question, did his job. So watch this. Right there. 284. Shoot him again. Congratulations. Right. What a trip, huh? We've been planning this for 2 years, huh, guys?
We have.
So, what do you think, Russell?
I think I'm still shaking a bit, but it ain't because I'm cold.
We're trying to make a platform to support our body weight so we can drag this big old beast out of the water. We want to get him up about 10 feet so we can start butchering him. And it's really soft mud, so that's what we're doing, just building something to support us. So hang with us. got here. We left Spearfish, South Dakota a few days ago. It took us 2 days of travel. We're in Northwest Alaska. Just check out more exciting action on RollnBonesTV at RollnBones.com.
Wyoming Arms, modern precision in the Old West. A must-have rifle for the must-be outdoorsman. Wyoming Arms, the perfect solution. Made in the USA. You're watching Rollin' Bones TV.
We've been calling and we got a bull moose to respond. It's pretty thick. We're just going to be real quiet and see if we can call him in and get a shot at him. Stay tuned.
I know it's green right now, and so you're seeing all the leaves on the trees, but I'm telling you, a cold snap hit the Yukon, and we didn't know if 1 minute it was going to be snowing, the next minute it would be pouring down freezing rain, or if the sun was going to be shining. It was the coldest I've ever been in my 25 years of hunting all over the country. I have never, ever, ever experienced that type of bone-chilling, damp cold.
We've been hunting the Yukon River for the last couple of days, and we left the Black Hills of South Dakota. It was 70s and 80s. It's freezing here, and it's raining and sleeting and snowing, and we're trying to dry our gear out. It's just a non-stop battle, keeping dry and warm, and are warm enough to survive anyway.
One of the tough things to predict is when you're in and out of the boat, if you're going into a meadow or a marsh or an open area, how deep the water was or wasn't going to be. So that was kind of always a surprise. And as you've seen, it's been raining, snowing. So every cut bank, every time we got out of the boat and went to call, there was more slime, there was more grease. So needless to say, it was quite an adventure in getting in and out of the boat and hunting. And stay tuned and keep watching Rollin' Bones TV.
So 10 minutes ago, it was warming up. The sun was out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I mean, literally 10, 15 minutes ago. And now it's spitting rain again. Weather changes on a dime here.
We just pulled off a little channel into a little cut across. There's a pond back here. And there's moose everywhere in these areas. We had a moose swim by camp last night. It was absolutely unbelievable. We have seen a lot of animals. We're just looking for that 40 to 50 inch class bull or bigger. But that's what we're doing right now. And just working real hard, being in the right place at the right time. Have one pop out, come across the bull. So we're gonna keep at it, and we'll obviously keep you posted as things go. and it was a cold morning. It snowed last night. The skiff of it just went away. We parked for a coffee, and we saw a bull, and then they started calling again, Mikey and Art, and this bull came in shoreline, and when he heard us and saw us moving around, because Russell spotted him, he turned into the water 389 yards, and Brad Dana pounded it.
Had a great morning, and I'm excited to get my first moose in Alaska.
I would never miss an episode of RollnBonesTV in Alaskan.
Northeast Wyoming's premier sportsman's destination location. Off the grid sports, when adventure is everything. And Black Iron Guns provide ammo, firearms, and anything else you would need for the outdoor adventure. With the area's largest wildlife display, makes this a premier sportsman's destination location in Sundance, Wyoming. Black Iron Guns. Off the grid sports, when adventure is everything. Welcome back.
Welcome to another Wyoming Arms Making the Shot. Okay, Brad, this is our Wyoming Arms WY-15. It's an AR-15 based direct gas impingement rifle. Means we don't use a piston or anything. It's the original Stoner design. What we've done is some modifications to it. It's got our billet upper and lower, which means it's made out of solid aluminum, and then we machine all the outside and the inside contours. It's got our bolt carrier group with the special coatings on it, and then this special barrel nut and stainless steel barrel is kind of the heart of the rifle. What we have is a match grade stainless steel hand lap barrel combined with a little bit different method of attaching it to the upper receiver. We've got an integral taper on the barrel itself, and then a matching aligning taper in our custom barrel nut, and that keeps everything centered up and aligned and more repeatable as far as match grade accuracy is than the standard AR-15 barrel setup.
It's a great looking rifle.
Well, I really like the way it looks too. This one here is a sand with Magpul flat dark earth furniture. Geissele builds this forend for us. This is the Mark I. We're one of the few OEM manufacturers that still get the Geissele Mark I rail. Really heavy duty rail. Combine that with our Wyoming Arms optics riser. It makes for a really stable mount position right here, and everything stays on zero and shoots extremely well.
I'm excited to try it out.
Oh yeah, we're going to go to the range and have a good time. I know you're really going to like the Geissele trigger too. This is the high speed. This is the super match version, which we kind of do a couple different things on. It's got some coatings that make it really smooth trigger pull. The original Geisle's are great. This one's 2 3/4 pounds with a pound on the second stage, so you're really going to like shooting it. We've got a loop-holed optic mounted on this one, a 4.5 to 14, with a custom drop compensating turret that'll run us out to probably close to 800 yards.
800 yards with a 70 grain bullet.
Well, you know.
In no wind in Cody, right?
Oh, well, the wind can blow a little. That doesn't hurt us too bad. Also, we've got our Wyoming light mount on here. This runs off a Phoenix PD35 head. It's 850 lumen. We might have a chance to go to the range a little bit after dark too and give that a shot and see how it works.
Awesome. So you put you coat this with a special lubricant type coating?
Well, we do a lot of that. We use a lot of a special ceramic coating, clear ceramic coating on a lot of this stuff. The interior of the barrels is coated with it. It also is a protection coating that we put over things like the riser. But on the Geissele trigger, by doing that, it just makes the great trigger just a little bit smoother and really makes it faster to shoot because you get more spring on the return. So if you're trying to do fast drills, you can run with that lighter 2 3/4 pound first stage and still get the trigger to return fast when you're trying to run fast. And we're going to get a chance to do a little of that too.
I can't wait. So I noticed this is a different optics riser than I've seen before.
Yeah, a lot of people when they mount the optics run a cantilever style one-piece mount, which the rings and the mount are together, and then it bolts just to the upper receiver and then hangs out over the forend. I don't think that's near as strong as a mount set up like this, and we specifically designed this. There was nothing else on the market that kind of had offered what we wanted. But by running the 7 cross bolts through here and then bridging across from the upper receiver to the forend, we're allowed to get the scope far enough forward to get proper eye release so we can use it quick. And then also we support the front end of the scope, so it's a lot stronger as far as a blow right here is concerned, and we don't worry about bending the scope tube near like we would, or bending the cantilever. So it doesn't have the compromises that the cantilever mount has, but you also have the quick disconnect by running the quick disconnect rings. Then if you've got iron sights, the other thing about this is it'll keep them consistent when you pull the scope off, because we've kept the upper receiver and the fore end tied together.
All these little things add up to a big difference when you're shooting those tiny little groups that you guys have shown us.
Yeah, you know, it's always a case of, you know, there's some things, you know, usually aren't revolutionary as much as they are evolutionary, and so a little bit here, a little bit there, you start to add it all together and you get a significant gain in performance over what the standard AR-15 can do.
That's awesome.
You just saw Wyoming Arms making the shot, and now you know why each and every rifle performs the way it does. They have not left one detail on the table that needed to be taken care of in building a one whole AR. Go check them out, the Wyoming Arms. Now back to the show.
Great trip.
What was your favorite part, Brad? One memory.
Russell's bull.
No kid. How about you, Russell? What was your favorite part?
Russell.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was the fellowship.
See ya, Alaskan. And you wonder why the moose get big. Look at all that down there.
This episode of Rollin' Bones TV is brought to you by Wyoming Arms, modern precision in the Old West. Off the Grid Sports, when adventure is everything. Black Iron Guns. Varmint Hunters. Mountain Khaki, built for the mountain life. Caribou Gear, the outdoor equipment company. Rolling Bones Outfitters, we match the hunter to the hunt. Closed captioning brought to you by The Lodge at Deadwood.
We want to help you find your next adventure. Rollin' Bones Outfitters was a company founded to help you find your next adventure, no matter what your budget. Go to RollnBones.com and go to the concierge service. It costs you nothing to get hooked up with one of our national accounts representatives that can help you identify and locate your next fishing or hunting adventure.
Rolling Bones Outfitters, we match the hunter to the hunt.